Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. Issues at hand.
Well, once again, a very good morning and thank you for keeping it Church of Uganda Family TV and welcome to Issues at Hand. My name is Philip Mlisa. This morning, we are discussing vigilance tips amid rising crime rates in and around the city in the Kampala metropolitan area, but also broadly as a country. We know that a lot of things have been happening as regards our security. We've had a series of murders in this country. We've had a series of cases of theft, thuggery, robbery on the streets, in homes, in businesses. And we want to really reflect on this. What is happening? What is causing this? Where are we at? And what solutions are available in this particular line to see that we can continue to live harmoniously, peacefully in our society, and certainly knowing that we are discussing security, law and order. We have the police with us, and I'm privileged this morning to host ASP Mutera Simwe. ASP Mutera is the Division Community Liaison Officer of Kawempe Division Police Station. And Afande, greetings, you welcome to the conversation.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. Good morning, our dear viewers. It's a pleasure once again to be here. And I want to thank those who spare time to watch, listen, and put into practice what we share with them.
Thank you so much, Afande, and indeed thank you so much for always choosing to join us here to share that you have to share in terms of guiding our people on, first of all, what they should do, what they should not do, and indeed giving us confidence as far as our security is concerned. And look here, Afande, many Ugandans are worried. When you look at the last probably 1-2 months, a lot of things that are very bad, that are negative, have been happening in our society. People have been murdered. I can often give you 2 or 3 or 5. We had the murder of the former Dean of Students at the Uganda Christian University, who was found in her home, strangled, killed. We had another Diana Namlinde, Diana Skies from Chanja here, found at her home, strangled, killed. We've had people that have lost their property. We see thugs coming off the road, Northern Bypass, whether you're on Entebbe Road, then cars ambushed, windows broken down, property taken. We see people through taxis on borders. We see people just on the streets walking. You have a gang of about 5 people, they ambush you, they go with your property. We've seen even people walking around with pangas and threatening the lives of people in the name of taking their property. And from the angle of police, I want us to start there. What is your own assessment of the situation, of the state of security within and around Kampala? Are we safe? Are we unsafe? Are we even at war? What is the situation like?
Thank you for your insights. But I want to first correct you. Your overview is sarcastical. And you seem to blow the situation out of hand. When you say that many people are worried, it is more of an exaggeration. I think for our viewers, we need to update them. Whereas such crimes have happened, what are the security agencies doing? And the people watching us should know the progress. I don't know whether we take time to update them That yes, this crime happened, but this is the progress. This crime happened, this is the progress. Are you aware that most of those murders you are talking about, the success rates are high? We have succeeded in apprehending the perpetrators.
Yes, I have seen the arrest of Tawaiko, the prime suspect in the murder of Pamela, the dean at UCU. I have
How
seen
about the
the
one
arrest of the security guard at Diana's place and the
How
other.
about the one in Natete?
I have seen the one at the hotel. I have seen all those ones. And you see,
Even the man of Matuga
yes.
killed the boy.
And you see, that is why we say commendable. The Uganda Police Force has tried to manage that situation. But that does not take away the worry from the fact that actually this has happened.
I think what we need to understand as Ugandans, what are the motivators? Because in those murders you're talking about, they are a bit unique. Because the murder at UCU, the lady was killed. I don't think there is, other than the phones, I think, there is nothing else that was taken. You look at the murder in the of Natete, how it happened. The matter of Chanja, the lady of the skies, the same. So they are a bit unique. I think the task we have as security agencies is to understand the motives. What are the motives of the killers of that group? Somebody just comes for your life only. Who is behind them? Because these are mercenaries. Who is behind them? And what could be the cause? Could it be that maybe there are certain issues, maybe these victims, they have issues maybe with their murderers? Because these ones, we don't treat them as, these are a bit unique in the way they happen. It is different from somebody who comes here and maybe beats you up and maybe robs or takes away your property. It is totally different. Somebody who comes, maybe sneaks in the house or in the hotel, executes their mission, and they disappear. I think that is a bit unique. You, the media, I know you are private investigators. You can also pick interest because you supplement. You supplement what we do to establish the motives of that group of perpetrators.
Yes, thank you, Afande, for that. And motive is very important for that matter. And look here, we as citizens, ordinary citizens, without deep knowledge in security and investigation outside the journalism and the service you offer to the country, Ugandans get to ask, yes, there is a motive, there is probably a disagreement in family, there is probably, but broadly taking it beyond those individuals that have been attacked in their homes. And you've seen there are videos on social media, there are videos authenticated and that we've played in our news bulletins and the series of updates we make of people being attacked on streets. You've seen videos, and I've seen police comment about these videos sometimes of people with pangas. So a person is moving innocently on the street and they are attacked. You've seen videos of cars being smashed off the road. They are smashed, then they have to pick everything you have. And people get to ask, okay, the Uganda police is present in this city. We see them sometimes patrolling. We see the police stations in the different locations. How does this happen today? It happens the next week and even next month. And we are living normally as though nothing has happened to us. What is the Uganda police doing? Are they even aware that these things are affecting livelihoods? Are they aware that people now fear going to work very early or leaving work very late? People that work in the night are fearing to go to their workplaces because apparently they think, if I move out, I'm not secure.
I think on a larger perspective, Ugandans and the general public should fear not or worry not. For incidents that the general public has been able to report, I think there has been a robust action taken to put things in order. Crime, you see, the city, by its nature, it is like a beehive. Every person is entering the city. And there is that notion that maybe money is in the what?
In the town.
Is in the town. I know over the past you have been seeing numbers of people who enter the city have been bulging. So that group that is entering the state, it has both good and bad people. It also sends us back to the motive and to the drivers of such actions. Most of these perpetrators, they are not many. They are few, but they keep on operating from point to point. Towards the festive season, we had mop-up operations to clean the city. So why now things are happening the way you see? Most of these groups, they are either out on bail or maybe they got lighter punishments, maybe 4 to 3 months, and they are out back in the system. They are not many. They only keep on shifting goalposts. This day they are operated in the state, tomorrow they are maybe somewhere else. They keep on
and you
moving.
see, this week at the weekly Uganda Police Press, the spokesperson, Afande Kituma, did say that the Uganda Police has arrested over 1,000 people connected to these gangs that are instituting the criminality. And people get to ask, okay, the Uganda Police is arresting these people, and you spoke about sometimes they come out on bail or police bond, and some will be convicted, but they are given later, maybe they're sentenced to 3 months or 5 or 1 year. And does police have a mechanism to keep track of these people once they come back to society? So that, because if I have been a criminal and I'm back in community, most likely if I don't have an alternative, I'll go back to that. Does police think about, okay, we've arrested this person thrice and they are back in society. Can we keep monitoring this person to see that he doesn't go back to the same ways he was?
The justice system in Uganda does not blacklist people. That if the day somebody is taken as a criminal, maybe prosecution find them guilty and they are sentenced or given any form of punishment. Once they serve their sentence or their punishment, automatically they must return in the public. Even when the public knows very well that this person is a criminal. But as long as they have served their sentence, they must return in the what? So what happens? If again they start from where they stopped, or in other words, they go back to their criminal business, say again they are apprehended and again the sentenced in the same systems. The only difference is that the more times you appear as a criminal, the punishment keeps on being upgraded. We have punishments for first-time offenders, then second-time offenders, then we have habitual offenders. So if for the first time, maybe you are accused of maybe either stealing a phone, the next time they bring you, and the magistrate or the judicial officer gets to know through prosecution that this person before court is not the first time
offender.
So on top of the punishment you are supposed to get, but also that repeatedness of the act can also attract some punishment. So if you were to get maybe 1 year, this means for the first time they assume that maybe you didn't do, or you did it intentionally. But once you are brought back on the same act or commission or omission of the offense, it means now it is not an error, or it was not by mistake. It means it is your habit, it is your culture. So you can be punished for your involvement, your habitual involvement in omission or commission of crime. So, whereas these operations are ongoing, the police is not mandated to give punishments. 2, even while these people are arrested, sometimes they are arrested on minor offenses. And you cannot again attach a bigger punishment to the person because you do not have prosecution is evidence based. You must adduce evidence. Somebody can be a phone snatcher, but even when he encounters resistance, he may use dangerous objects like either a knife or a panga. But this time, because you have arrested him without a panga, you cannot say that he steals with panga. You must prove, did he have or did she have?
So you see, Afande, and it's very important you say that. You see, many times, and this happens, the big offenses are happening in our society, and the smaller ones, per se. In any case, it is all crime. But what creates the fear among, beg your pardon, what creates the fear, the worry among the people, those that end up getting worried, is that when some of these things happen, people are arrested, and now the legal is clear. Arrested, maybe get police bond, or you are given bail from court, or you are sentenced to you are given a small punishment. But the people in the community, because they have this information, they know the kind of things you have done, and in any case, whoever is arrested is a member of a particular community, perhaps has parents, brothers, sisters in this community, and they know the kind of activities you are involved in, and sometimes these people actually go ahead to speak to the police or those that come to them about the kind of person this one is, and they say, we go to the police, but they do not help us. You talk to them about this person, but even when they arrest them, there is the impression that this person gets to the police station, and through some ulterior agreements, these people are not taken through due course. How do you respond to that?
I want to disagree with that notion. From time to time, we have always sensitized members of the public that if anything happens to you or whatever you see that is likely to be a security threat, report to the nearest police. There are people we assume, even in our societies, or we suspect to be wrong elements. You see, your instincts tell you. You know, we have humans have instincts. Even animals have instincts. Your instincts tells you that that person is a wrong person, but you have never caught them in the act. So people can have suspicion about someone, but the law may not give punishment for suspicion. Because prosecution, you must force for a judicial officer to sentence or give punishment to a person. There must be sufficient evidence.
And you see, that takes us to the investigating capacity of the Uganda police and the CID department. They have that duty. If there is a suspect and there is information from members of the public that this person engages in A and B and C, the Uganda police has a duty to make sure they get that evidence to that effect.
I want to return you back to the public. You know, when people have that fear, especially in communities that have stayed together. Somebody or someone is understood that this person is a criminal, but because the public have that fear that it shouldn't be me
to report. So once this person fortunately is apprehended, maybe in any act of criminality, I normally see people now on TV, I hear them on radio that that one has been a criminal. We know him.
We know him or we know her. Has been like that. But yes, has been like that. But have you ever reported? Because me, I always disagree with people who say, even when you go to police, you are not helped. Can you prove that? You show us the reference that, yes, I went to police, I reported this, my case was not handled. That's why we have the professional standards unit. It is there to check the conduct of the professional conduct of the officers. That if something something happened or was reported, what action was taken? Or why was this action not taken? So you officers, or you an officer, you account for your commission or omission in line of duty. But people who say that, now for me, I did not go to the police. If you did not go to the police, then keep quiet.
Well, and at that very point of accountability and whether you report or not to report, we go into a very short break, but we return a little later with more conversation indeed into what actually we should do as members of the community in terms of making sure we respond positively to managing the situation of security, law and order in our community. And indeed, ASP Asimwe Mutera will still be with us, giving us more of what we can do, tips of how we can remain vigilant and making sure our society is safe. Stay with us.
Issues at hand. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. Issues at hand. Issues at hand.
Welcome back from that very short break. It is Issues at Hand on Church of Uganda Family TV. My name is Philip Melissa, and this morning I am privileged to host ASP Mutera Simwe, who is the Division Community Liaison Officer, Kawempe Police, and we're having a conversation around the rising aspect of criminality in and around Kampala, but also looking at what tips the Uganda Police has available for us to see that we can continue to live in a community that serves us, that is harmonious, and indeed that supports everything that we do. And from the previous segment, we are discussing, to begin with, the details of what is happening, what the status is like, and what police has been doing from everything that happened. And now we want to discuss, first of all, what should the conduct of us as people be? What advice does police have for us, and going forward, giving us assurances that the Uganda Police is actually in charge of the situation, and certainly that we have nothing to worry about. Afande,
Yes.
Here we are. Many times when the wrong things happen in our society, the first blame comes to the force. We are saying, where was Uganda Police? Where was intelligence? Where was the army? How could this happen when they are there and we give them our money, we pay them salaries, they are mandated to do that in the law. But on the flip side, these things actually happen in our communities where we live 24/7, where we work 24/7, where we even know these people as brothers, as sisters, as workmates, and they're the same people doing the criminality. I want us to take to that position of the responsibility of we the citizens in making sure there is observance of law and order in our communities. What is the duty of the citizen in this aspect?
The core role is parenting. Most of these people who are disturbing us, or who are ever up and down in criminality, or their participation in criminality, they are as a result of either no parenting or poor parenting. Most of the perpetrators are youth, but these are groups whom you can even hardly trace their family backgrounds. So, as citizens, as we cry, as we lament, as we blame, you as an individual, are you doing what you ought to do? If you are a father, can you account for the children you have fathered? Do you know where they are? Do you know what they do? What have you done? Because these people, they don't come from heaven. They come from us. If you are a mother, can you account for the children you have mothered? Where are they? Because these are the people who are disturbing us. So the general public is busy in factories, manufacturing, but manufacturing very dangerous products. They are manufacturing weapons of mass destruction. So let's go back to the drawing board. You normally see these children who are in town, pickpocketers, that group. Most of them, they don't have families.
Afande, there is a concept that the Uganda police has been running for some time, community policing.
Yes.
And through this, you would get police officers go out and speak to members of the community.
Even what we are doing now is also part of community policy.
Yes. And to begin with, I want to ask the extent to which this policy has moved under the Uganda police, if it is indeed still very active. But secondly, do you think that it is assisting these communities, members of the community, to understand these responsibilities you talk about, the parenting, the accountability of your family, the accountability of the people you know, and indeed making sure you take on the roles of, if this person is not right, how do we correct them? If they are right, how do we encourage them to stay right? Community policing, how is it?
The main driver of community policing is to create awareness. So I believe that the concept is gradually achieving its purpose. Yes, but we still have people who do not care.
What do we do for those? And you see,
the situations will catch up with them. You put a program like this, somebody looks for the channel that with music. What we are talking about here will catch up with them very soon. So parenting is very critical. It is one of the biggest tools in fighting criminality.
And you see, you talk about parenting. It so happens that we are in a position of crisis at family level in our country and broadly in the world, where the institution of family is facing significant challenges. You have
the foundations are shaken.
Yes, the foundations are shaken. The levels of single parenthood are very high, and even the single parents are busy at work. They don't have time for the children, and even when they go to school, even the teachers are just concentrating on the syllabus, and there is nothing more to that is put in the children. How can this be managed to see that we don't end up with a generation going forward that is going to be void of responsibility but entitlement and doing what they're supposed to do?
As long as we still have a platform to sensitize the people, we shall sensitize them. I know now somebody who has watched us. The question I have put to them, can you account for the children you have produced? Do you know where they are? Do you even know them? So, if you don't know where your children are, maybe they could be your source of threat. Or they could be a source of threat to the community. Because they are mushrooming everywhere. People are busy producing every time and again. If you go to hospitals, people are producing every second. Somebody is producing. But where do they end up?
Afande, the relationship.
I know people will talk about unemployment. Unemployment may not necessarily push everyone to criminality. No. It is very rare to find that we have arrested a graduate that he has engaged themselves in such form of criminality because they are unemployed. It is rare. The people we find in criminality, they have not even gone to school. So some people always attach criminality to the level of unemployment. No, it is not true.
Afande, the relationship between the police and members of the community, and because it's members of the community that are always everywhere at all times, the Uganda police cannot be everywhere at all times. How is police trying to polish this relationship to see that they as members of society are doing what they do, but most importantly, in case they notice something unusual, something of criminal nature, they are easily able to talk to you and see that a solution is drawn.
The relationship between the police and the general public is like any other relationship. Sometimes it has highs, sometimes it has lows. I don't think in your family you laugh from Monday to Monday. Sometimes you get annoyed.
It's only human.
It's human. So we are dealing people to people. Seasons change, but that does not take away the fact that whether in good or in bad season, we must be partners. Our relationship is partnership based, and it has targets. We do not necessarily want to associate or to have a cordial relationship with the members of the public. We have results. This is what we aim to achieve. So, as long as there is the purpose, whether the relationship is good or bad, we must relate. It is like a marriage. It is good or bad. The marriage must what?
Stay.
Because you have a purpose why you came together. So sometimes the public maybe gets annoyed. No, members of the public, not all. In fact, a few members of the public. But we understand their concerns and we put them right. I think that is the most important.
Thank you.
If the relationship is maybe staggering, what could be the cause of the bad relationship? Then we identify the problem, we rectify, and we push. Because our relationship is, we are custodians of the law, we want to secure your life and property. So I encourage you, the public, that we are here to work together. So where you feel that maybe we are performing below standards, you highlight, we rectify, or we correct, and we push on.
One of the areas that I've often raised concern is sometimes being high-handed in managing some of the cases, but also the other one is there is a perennial complaint from the general public, but also even people that are serving with you, that some elements in the Uganda police force in dealing with, rendering the services they have to offer, they are corrupt, they are bribed, they are incompetent, and they say because of that they end up not dealing with situations the way they're supposed to be dealt with, and going forward you end up with the negative things we see in our society. How do you respond to that?
Like I had earlier stated, we have institutions within the police that aim at checking us. Are we still up to the task? So any officer who is found wanting, they are put order. When you talk about incompetence, I don't think we have somebody who has been there, that this person has been stuck in one position. Two, I may not understand what you call incompetence, but we have routinely trainings that aim at re-equipping the officers with up-to-date skills and knowledge to execute their mandate. 3, you talked about that they are being corrupt. They are being corrupt by who? By you, the public. So why do you corrupt our officers?
And why do the officers accept?
And to that effect, the punishment for corruption, they punish the giver and the receiver. It is not one-sided.
Certainly. And Afande, quickly, you see, criminality keeps on changing faces. And one of the challenges we have now is criminality that is linked to technology. How people use these electronic devices to defraud people of their money. Online harassment, those things. How is police beefing up its capacity to see that they can match the standard of the criminals to make sure that you stay protecting members of the public from those that have evolved technologically?
Security agencies do not operate in a nutshell. We have a number of stakeholders in this country that are mandated with securing Ugandans and their property. I think for us, we are at the top. I don't think here this company only has the managing director. We have even up to the lowest person, the support staff.
Yes.
From time to time, I have watched and heard various stakeholders trying to create awareness for upcoming or the prevailing criminalities in all aspects. I have been hearing that campaign of Vera Steady. That campaign is not run by only the police, by all others. That be alert, don't be conned, don't share your PIN, don't share your what. So, sensitization is a holistic approach, and it is handled by multi-sectoral groups, because if somebody's account has been hacked, yes, police, your responsibility is to know who has
done the hacking.
But also you, the institution, maybe the mobile money operator or the banking institution, you also, how are you protecting your client's money? So now we join heads. The bank is the custodian of the account, or the telecommunicator. They give us information. We know if money left this account, which account did it go to. Then we join heads together and bring the perpetrators on record. But we cannot now investigate maybe hacking into somebody's account and money taken, and you have the financial institution is not cooperating. How will you succeed? Because we cannot access somebody's details. If another stakeholder is not willing.
Well,
so fighting crime is not a one-man's show. No. We are at the front, but we need backup.
Sure.
Yes.
And Afande, we are nearing the end of our conversation this morning, and we talk about fighting crime. Broadly, what sort of advice would you give members of the public in terms of protecting themselves from the challenges that keep emerging, whether it is the thefts that happen, whether it's the thuggery, whether it is threats to life? Advise the public on what they should do, on how they should conduct themselves going forward to see that they do not fall victims of the challenges that come in from those illicit members of our society.
Number one, the general public is reminded to be vigilant at all times. We have the 5 senses. And each sense has a role in keeping you safe. If your eyes have seen, what have you seen? Could it be a threat? So if your eyes have seen that maybe this is a possible threat, will you remain there?
The human instinct is to take.
You have ears. They have heard. Is what you have heard. How do you respond to what you have heard? Is it positive or negative? If it is positive, how do you react to it? If it is negative, how do you react to it? So I think vigilance is one of the key aspects in promoting a safer community. 2, if anything has happened to you or in your locality, report immediately. People don't want to report. People are too reluctant. Somebody's phone is maybe is stolen or it is lost. Because others lose, they may not necessarily be stolen. Others are lost. Maybe you have a phone, you are on the border, and maybe it slips off the pockets. You lose it. Because the line is not in their names, I said, after all, the line is not mine. They don't go to the police to report. They don't even call the network operator to block the what?
The lines.
So somebody picks the phone and start using it in commission of crime. Do you see how it is going to land you in trouble? Because of your negligence, because of your laxity? If the phone has been stolen or you have lost it, go to the nearest police, report. Even if you are not interested in maybe replacing the line or maybe in tracking who could have stolen, but at least to report, because you don't know, any other person may use your phone or your SIM card to commit a grievous crime.
And maybe very important on that, Afande, does Uganda Police charge reporting fees?
No, we don't charge fees for opening up what? Cases. The charges which we have in police, are fines maybe. Maybe you need a police report. This is what you pay in the consolidated fund. You don't even give the money to the officer. You pay, you come with the receipt, proof of payment.
Wow.
So, please report. Give us timely information. Because timely reporting is accompanied with timely response. Something happens today and they are reporting it in the evening. You don't have traces. That's why we always tell the members of the public that preserve the scene. There is a crime which happened. But you always follow up when we are. We take
scene reconstruction.
Yes,
because
precaution. We are so thorough. The only unfortunate part of it that the criminals listen to what we say here. They follow us more than the general public. So even we tell them that don't tamper with the scene. Somebody commits the crime, comes and again tampers the what? And the general public can say that no, please, the scene should not be tampered with.
What a way to get to the conclusion of this conversation.
Please,
yes, as you conclude, sir.
Take interest in security matters. You may see you are very far from maybe crime, but you could help somebody else. So let's cooperate. Let's have that police-public partnership in order to fight crime. We cannot work in isolation. We need you, you need us. And this is the only relationship that we must solidify to make sure that we have a safer and secure community.
how better can it be put? You need the Uganda police needs you, and we need to work together so that our communities are safe and livable for all of us. ASP Mutera Simwe, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's
and
a pleasure.
For the amazing views you've shared with us as far as keeping law and order and indeed making sure our communities are livable and are safe is concerned. And to you, our viewers, thank you so much for keeping it Church of Uganda Family TV, and specifically for the Arise Family Show, from where we started at 6:30 to now 10 a.m. But I do advise you to stay with us on Church of Uganda Family TV for more of our programming that promises to enrich your lives, both spiritually, both in economics, in the politics, in the science, because we want you to be a person that lives positively and certainly contributes to the growth and progress of your country. My name is Philip Mulisa, and I shall see you next time.